This next video begins on page 139, and we are working with margins and padding. So margins and padding is very important in web design. It's all the white space. We want white space. We never want anything to touch anything else. It's like a kid with their green beans. They don't want their green beans in their macaroni. So we have to have some space. So we're going to be working with the TSS underscore homepage, and a good visual is on page 140 of your textbook. It is the box model of web design. So you have your text, and then directly around your text is your padding. Then there's a border. Okay, you can either show borders or not show borders. And then around your border is your margin. So padding and margin are very close to the same thing. Padding is around your words, margin is around your border. Okay, so we're working with the home page, so I want to take a look at the HTML on our home page and just take a notice of a few things. In your navigation, you have a class called new group. Do you see that? It's my line 34, class new group. Okay, here's another class new group. Okay, that's going to be important in just a few minutes. But if we go back to our page, we're going to space these out a little bit, and we are going to space out the comments. You see how the comments kind of run into each other? I mean, there's a little space between, but not a whole lot. Okay, so we're going to do our styles in our TSS underscore style sheet. So we're going to work with the navigation first. So in the navigation area, way down here, this is going to be applied to our unordered list. Under this list style type, we're going to add padding. And we're going to add padding on the left, 5 pixels. Okay, then next, under that style, we're going to have nav, li, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to have the ul, the list, before we can have the line item. And this is only going to be applied to new group. So those classes that we looked at just a second ago. We're going to put a margin top of 20 pixels. Okay, the aside. For block quote, those orange words on the right. Under the color, we want to put margin 20 pixels, space 5 pixels. So the way margins work, it is like a clock. It starts at the top and goes clockwise around. So the pixels are top, right, bottom, left. So in this case, when I only have 2 listed, the 20 is for the top and the bottom, and the 5 is for the right and the left. So I could either have 4 things here or 2 things here. If I were to have 4 things here, it would be 20 pixels, 5 pixels, 20 pixels, 5 pixels, because I'm going top, right, bottom, left. Does that make sense? So we don't have to repeat ourselves. HTML does allow us to only use 2 items. So the 20 is top and bottom, the 5 is right and left. Hope that makes sense. So I'm going to save this and go to my page. Okay, this is the before, and this is the after. Okay, so I have some space in my new group classes, and I have some space around my comments here. The next topic is pseudo classes and pseudo elements. A pseudo class is a classification of an element based on its current status, position, or use in the document. So in our case, it's going to be position. So do you see down where it has the classes? So I have a running, cycling, and a swimming, and I have the same running image for all three of those. So what we're going to do next is put different images for cycling and swimming based on their location. Okay, so I'm going to flip over to my TSS_styles, and I want to be in the list styles. Okay, I'm going to modify this very first one. After the UL, I'm going to put LI : for the line item. And this is going to be first dash of dash type. All right, and then below it, I'm going to put article, hashtag, about, UL, LI, : nth of type. And in parentheses here, I'm going to put a number 2. Nth is just what number in the list. So if I have 27 items and I want to change the 25th item, I would put a 25 in the parentheses. But in this case, I want to change the second image, list style image, URL, and again, this image is in your data files, bike icon.png, and then third, I'm going to have article, hashtag, about, TSSU, yep, is that right? UL, LI, : last of type. Okay, so for this one, list style image, URL. This image is swim icon.png. Okay, so once I get that typed in, this is what those three images should appear. Sorry, I refreshed that page off camera, but you'll see second of type, cycling, last of type was the swim icon.